This research aims to investigate whether foreign film productions in Morocco has an impact on tourist perceptions of Morocco's image as a destination and how their perceptions may have changed post-visit. It will also explore the concern of location dissonance in Morocco and whether or not tourists have been aware of certain well-known movies that had actually been filmed in Morocco instead of in the setting locations. Firstly, the podcast will identify strengths of Morocco as a filming location, before examining the impacts of foreign productions in Morocco on reflection of the triple bottom line. The latter part analyses the primary findings from qualitative research in the form of interviews with tourists conducted in Marrakesh and Ouarzazate. Both sets of research are then used to support the hypothesis. Morocco is a North African country with a variety of beautiful landscapes. It has welcomed the foreign production since the 1920s. In particular, the last 40 years have witnessed the rising trends of Morocco as one of the world's primary film shooting sites. Morocco has hosted hundreds of famous movies, from small-scale productions to big blockbusters, namely The Mummy, Mission Impossible and the TV series Game of Thrones.
The country has become an attractive filming location for foreign movie producers due to several reasons. Firstly, it possesses a fabulous landscape, ranging from red and dusty buildings in the city of Marrakech, breathtaking Alat Mountains, sand dunes in the Sahara Desert, to the beautiful beaches in the west coast. Weather is another factor, as Morocco has an annual daylight of about 8 hours, allowing filmmakers to shoot for longer hours per day. Due to its popularity for shooting movies, the film infrastructure has developed rapidly. An example will be Ouarzazate, known as the Hollywood of Morocco. It is home to the two largest movie studios in the world, namely the CLA Studios Morocco and Atlas Corporation Studios. At present, the main film production locations are Ouarzazate, Marrakech, and the beaches in the west of Morocco. A competitive advantage of Morocco is its cheap production cost, estimated to be approximately 50% lower than in Western countries. In addition, foreign filmmakers benefit from government incentives, including VAT exemption for all services, simplifications of import of arms and ammunition used for action movies. Security and political stability are factors worth noting for film producers to favor Morocco over others. Furthermore, human resources are either lapped by the industry or trained by the School of Cinemas. They are always available for production crews and are much cheaper.
A survey was conducted to find out if tourists have formed impressions of Morocco through films. In the interview, tourists are shown 5 screenshots of foreign films lensed in Morocco, namely The Mummy, Sex and the City 2, Inception, Game of Thrones, and Spectre. They are asked if they recognize the movies filmed in Morocco. If they are able to, they are asked about their impression through the movies and given a scale to answer how the films influenced their decision to visit Morocco. Otherwise, tourists are asked for their initial impression of Morocco, the source of the impression, and if it is positive or negative.
The influence of film tourism in Morocco can be examined using triple bottom line.
From economic perspectives, film tourism is considered to have both direct and indirect impacts on the Moroccan economy. Firstly, foreign movies generate high revenues of up to $100 million and create thousands of jobs per year through hiring calefers, film crew, and interpreters. As these jobs are seasonal, the income generated is often irregular. Hence, only well-established regions are developed for film production, as small villages in other regions have lower filming opportunities. It also has indirect and induced impacts on other tourism-related sectors. The hospitality industry directly profits from international movie productions, which usually take several months. During this long stay, the film crew utilizes tourism-related services such as accommodation, catering, and transportation. In addition, film is believed to hold an important role in raising destination awareness, shaping destination image, and creating expectations. It also influences destination decision-making process, which is also known as the screen effects. The figure illustrates the model of screen influences on decision to visit. After watching the screen product and associated material on film or recommendations from peers, viewers can be inspired and motivated to have a holiday at the film setting location. However, it is challenging to measure film-induced tourist numbers. To estimate the screen effects in Morocco, an interview was conducted with tourists in Marrakesh and Ouarzazate. It is revealed that only 38.5% of interviewees were aware of the selected films being filmed in Morocco, and a mere 7.7% were motivated to visit Morocco after the films. The poor results further emphasizes the fact that Morocco is used only as an alternative rather than for its name.
Turning to social-cultural impact, films raise awareness of the heritage and tourist attractions that are featured in the film. Therefore, films can support the marketing strategy of Morocco as a cultural destination and contribute to the diversification of Moroccan tourism routes as mentioned in the Vision 2020. Conversely, a negative portrayal in the film can have negative impacts on the destination image. The film producers have control over how the images are shown on the movies to present a specific meaning. Nevertheless, the image presented in the movies can be unrealistic and contradicts with the GMO desired image in the Vision 2020. It is also worth noting that foreign filmmakers have built the scenes for the movies which could be different from the local culture and architecture. To shoot the movie 7 Years of Taipei, 1997, film producers built the scenes of Taipei which is relatively different from traditional architecture of Morocco in the lodges of Kabas du Tokan. The scenes are still kept and utilized as one of the attractions in the lodge. Moving to the environmental impacts, the rise of film tourism can drive Moroccan tourism leaders to modify their destination image with cleaner roads and attractions. Furthermore, programs for preservation of cultural heritage in the filming location are also designed. Famous film locations such as Marrakesh, Essaouira, Rich Mediterranean are classified as flagship areas in Vision 2020. The year 2016 has witnessed 20 movies featured in famous filming locations, including flagship areas. Then, there are concerns of mass visitation and limited carrying capacity to facilitate the increase in tourist numbers.
Morocco still faces challenges with its development of film tourism. Firstly, film tourism's impacts are regional. As majority of the films took place in Ouarzazate and Casablanca, film-induced tourists will tend to visit these regions. Additionally, film tourism impacts the well-established areas such as Marrakesh more, as small villages may lack the infrastructure and resources to accommodate or support production. Another concern is location dissonance. The use of Morocco to represent other destinations may misdirect film-induced tourists to the labeled destination. For example, Sex and the City 2 settings was stated to be in Abu Dhabi, though it was filmed in Morocco. Similarly, it served as the backdrop scene for some major productions, such as Star Wars and Gladiator. There's limitation in the project. Traveling in a big group poses challenges to conduct primary research during the journey. First of all, the tour has a packed schedule and is strict on time, so the free time for field observation and research is limited. It was difficult to pause activities for interviewing target subjects as well as gaining knowledge of film studios. Moreover, the small numbers of samples in the interview fails to reflect the overall picture of how film tourism influences tourist visitation in Morocco.
In conclusion, the podcast evaluated the impacts of film tourism in Morocco using the triple bottom line model. Then the effects of location dissonance in Morocco was examined by the interviews with tourists. As the world's famous filming location, foreign productions have brought significant advantages to the tourism industry and local communities. However, such benefits cannot be maximised due to location dissonance. The Moroccan government should consider film tourism in their destination marketing strategy for the sake of promoting the destination image and attracting more tourists to the country. Nevertheless, the growth of film tourism should be in coordination with a Vision 2020 in order to achieve long-term sustainability.